first time I show you guys how you can be able to create a folder. For the sake of those who didn't watch it the other time, I can easily run through it to go watch the previous video, my previous video of how you can create a folder either on your desktop, on my document area, or any location on your computer. And so today I'm going to show you guys how you can be able to create a save files or any document. It could be media files, it could be Word document, PDF, it could be Excel document, it could be any other extension document. How you can be able to save it on your folder, and also I will also show you how you can rename your folder. For example, when you see this is my desktop area, you know, I have a lot of folders on my desktop area because I use them for a lot of things, you know, on the internet. And now I just want to use this video media file, Excel, Microsoft Word, and this PDF file, and probably this PowerPoint that is there by the side, to show you example of how you can be able to move or copy your files into your folder. And so this time around, I have a folder already on my desktop. You can see I name it, I already named it folder A. Like I said, today's lesson is to show you how you can be able to save files in your folder, also rename your folder. For example, this is folder A. To rename it, just click it for the very first time and right click. Don't double click, just right click on it. Now it's loading, just wait for some time. Just right click, then a drop down menu will appear. Then you go down, you will see rename, click on rename. Then I can give it whichever name I want, you know, whatever name I want. Maybe I name it, it is now folder A, maybe I want to change it to maybe to blue. You can save either with a capital letter or you can use a small letter, it doesn't matter. The best thing is, the reason for this rename is for the purpose of identification. So maybe I type blue, maybe blue is my favorite color. Type blue, or maybe I type blue B, you know, blue B. Then when you finish typing it, you press your enter key on your keyboard. Then it's renamed already. It's very easy. Just the same way it's applicable to every other file, how to rename other files too, you know. Just right click on it. When you right click, you will see rename. Click on rename. Then the cursor will appear for you to be able to rename your folder. It's very easy. Now I have a folder on my desktop now called blue B. Blue B. Now when I open blue B, to open blue B, double click on it, you know. I open blue B, you notice there is nothing in my folder, it is empty. And so how do I be able to save something or keep some files inside my folder? Now let's close it now again. Come to this arena, you can close it. Okay, now I want to save some files in my folder. For example, I have a video file here, I have another one here, Excel, this Excel, and just look at my mouse pointer, and this is Microsoft Word, this is PDF, and this is PowerPoint here. So I want to move these 5 documents or files into this folder. Now there are 2 ways of doing that. There are 2 ways. I can right click on this. Let me just start with the Excel file. I can just click on it, then hold it down with my left hand on the left, then drag it and put it inside. You see, it's already inside the folder. I can also drag my MS Word file, click on it, then hold it down, then drag and put it inside. It's already on or in my folder. So when I open it, double click to open it, you will see the 2 files, which is the Microsoft Word and also Excel file, is already in my folder. Okay, let me go again to close it with this red button at the top of the right hand corner of my window. Then you close it again. Then you notice the 2 files are already in my folder. And so the next thing you can do again is, another way of you moving files into your folder is to copy it. For example, I have my PowerPoint here and I have my PDF file here. How can I be able to put it inside the folder? Instead of dragging, you can just click on it, right click, then you copy or you cut it, whichever you want it. If you need a copy, you copy it, but if you don't want a copy again to be on your desktop, you cut it. So indeed, for the sake of this lesson, I'm going to use cuts. I'm going to use cuts. So I cut it, then open your folder, then there is this at the top here of your window, or you can right click on the background, then you click on paste. You notice the PowerPoint document name lecture is already on your folder. When you close it and go back to your desktop, you will notice there is nothing like lecture, which is the PowerPoint file on your desktop anymore. Okay, now the same thing applicable to every other thing. You can also drag this is a video file, drag it and put it inside. You see it's already inside. That one is faster, because when you drag, you are actually cutting, you're not copying. You're not copying, you drag it and put it inside. So when I open the folder now, you notice the 5 folders are already inside my folder. We have the MP4 video file, I have the lecture, which is PPT, which is PowerPoint, the PDF, which is Maron, the table of content, which is the Microsoft Word document, MS Word document, and also the Excel, the Excel document. You notice that the whole 5 document now, files, we already have it in the folder by either by dragging or you cut it. Now let me close it now. Now you notice I don't have those files now on my desktop anymore. I have everything now in my folder. Okay, somebody might ask a question, what about if you want to save a folder? Now how can you bring it out? Before we go into that, you can go back to open it again, then select everything. Just select anywhere, click anywhere on the background, or click the background anywhere on this background, then you drag to select everything, or you click one of the file, then you hold down your control key on your keyboard area, then you press Ctrl A. Everything will be selected. Again, to repeat, instead of you dragging and you don't want to make a mistake, click one of the files in the folder, because I want to move everything back to the desktop. So what you need to do is click one of the files, hold down the control key on your keyboard. It could be your laptop, it could be your desktop computer, there's always a control key there. Then press A while you are holding down the control key. Everything will be selected. So what do you need to do now? You can right click on them, then this time around you can go to send to. If you go to send to, where are you saying to? If I'm sending it to desktop, then the files are going to be a shortcut, and I don't want a shortcut. You can send it as a shortcut if you wish, but right now I want to move this original file back to my desktop. So when I use send to, it will only send a copy of it to the desktop, not the original file. It's just a copy. The original file will still remain in your folder. So what do you need to do? I don't want to use this now. So what do I need to do? Let me select it again, Ctrl A, then I will right click and click on cut, not copy, because when you copy, you will still have these files here. You're only moving a copy to your desktop. I don't want most of us don't actually want something, a kind of duplication on our computer, but now I don't want to duplicate it. If I want to duplicate it, then I can use copy. But if you know you don't want to duplicate it, you want the original on your desktop area or anywhere you want to move it to, just click on cuts. Very easy. Click on cuts, then you close your mouse to the X button to close it, then click anywhere on your desktop area, right click again, then click on paste. You see the whole files are back to my desktop now. This is the video file, this is the MS Word file, and this is the Excel file, this is the PDF, the PowerPoint, and the video. So when you open your folder, you will notice there is nothing, no files again in your folder, blue bit we created initially, previously, because we moved the original from the original files from the folder back to the desktop where it was. I didn't copy, so you close it now. Now somebody might ask me a question, okay, how do you also create a folder? How can you move this folder from desktop maybe to your documents, to your drive C or to your drive D within your computer? So how are you going to do that? Come to Windows symbol. There's a Windows symbol. There's always a Windows symbol on your keyboard. It could be your laptop, it could be your desktop computer. Click on it, on the Windows symbol. The drop down menu will display. Then go locate my documents, because I want to move this document now to these files on this desktop. I want to move it to my documents. Then you click my document to open my documents. Now this is my documents. I've got a lot of files on my documents already. Now for the sake of this lesson, I'm going to create a new folder where I'm going to move those files. Okay, for example, let me see if I have an existing folder B. Okay, I have an existing folder here which is called folder B. Okay, for the sake of this lesson, I'm going to create another one. Okay, let me delete folder B. To delete is very easy. Either you click on it, then you use the delete key on your keyboard, or you right click and click on delete. It's very easy. Now it's deleted. Now I want to create a new folder so that I can move those files on my desktop to my document. And that is why computer is very sweet, because it has an interface where you can navigate from one location to another location. So what I'm going to do now is on this my menu here, because most of us don't actually use it, you will see file, you will see home, you will see share, you will see view, but we are not using that. Under home you will see new folder. I can either click on new folder to create a new folder, or use Ctrl+Shift+N, or I right click on the background here and you will see new. Then a drop down menu, there's an arrow pointing, then it will give you another menus. You will see folder. So when you click on it, a new folder will appear. Then you can rename it, so whichever you want it. Okay, let me use this. I click on folder. Can you see the folder is their new folder too? So let me give it back, rename it again, folder B. Okay, then I press enter key on my keyboard. The folder is already renamed. Now we have folder B on my document now. So I want to move the files on my desktop. Those 5 files on my desktop: the video media file, the Excel file, the MS Word file, and also the PDF file, the PowerPoint file. I want to move everything into this folder on my documents folder. I know it's a different location. So now you don't need to even close this one. You don't need to close with the close button. Just minimize it. They say this one is called minimize button. Look at my mouse pointer. The horizontal flat like minus sign is minimize button, and this square button is maximize button to maximize your window, and this one is to close. The last one, the X, is to close your window. So this time I don't want to close it, I don't want to maximize, I just want to minimize it so that I can be able to see other parts of the computer. So I just minimize, because when you minimize, it comes to the taskbar. You see the way it is? It's at the taskbar here. This is my document, you see? Okay, now it's at the taskbar. So I can also click on it, it will come up. So right now I'm minimizing it. Look at it, I'm minimizing it. It's already minimized now, it's already at my taskbar. From here, this point to the last point here is called the taskbar. The last bar at the bottom is called taskbar. Where whenever anything you open on your computer, there we see the minimize there. Okay, now I've already opened my document, and I've created a folder B. So I just minimize it. So right now I want to move these 5 files into my folder in my document called folder B. So what do you need to do? It's very easy. So drag and select this way. The 5 files has been selected. I'll do it again. Click anywhere on the background of the desktop. Make sure it's close to the files you want to select. Click, then hold down your left hand mouse, not right, left, then drag to select the files you want to transfer to the other folder in my document. Can you see everything is selected? Another way of doing it again is click one of it, hold down your control key, click the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. So the 5 files has been selected. I repeat again. Another way of selecting your files on your folder, apart from dragging, is click one of it, hold down your control key, click the first one. The first one is click already. The second one, the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. That is how to select your files. Now, you right click. While it's being selected, you right click on them, on one of it, then you click on cut. You click on cuts, not send to. You click on cuts to move these original files to your folder you've created in My Documents. So it all depends on you. You may copy it or you may cut it. If you still want some copy of this file to be on your desktop, you can copy. You take it down there. You go and paste. So you have a copy here. You also have a copy in My Document. But if you don't want a copy to be here, you just want the original to be transferred to the other folder in my folder, just click on cut. I know for me, I like to use cut for the purpose of this lesson, so I use cuts. So when you click on cut, then your My Document folder is already minimized on your taskbar. Just go there, click on My Document, then you locate the folder we created earlier called folder B. This is folder B. Open it. Then either you use this menu at the top here, paste, or you right click and click on paste. You see, you have moved it. The file you selected on the desktop, they are now appearing on your folder B. So when you minimize this window now and you go check your desktop, you will notice there is no more files, the 5 files, those files on your desktop anymore, because we've already cut them, the files, to your folder, to the folder in folder B in My Document. So that is all for the purpose of this lesson. I hope you guys enjoy this lesson and give us a thumbs up, like, or any other one, until we'll come your way next time again to show you some other things we are made of and some other lesson that we're about to put out there. Okay, thank you so much guys for staying tuned and watch this. And if you have any question, please do not hesitate to drop your comment below and ask your question about any that has to do with computer, that has to do with Microsoft Word, Excel, and all the rest, and I will be able to give you guys